Welcome to Auburn University at Montgomery, where, like any other university, we have a cafeteria called the CAF. However, unlike other universities, ours doesn't have too many options with only a handful of restaurants. What do students think of the CAF with these few options? Are there any other issues that we have with the CAF? Let's find out.
Hey guys, we're going to do an interview today with these two lovely people about the CAF. We're going to see what they have to say. First with you, what's your name?
My name's Kayla.
Kayla, what's your classification?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore, okay. What's your name?
My name is Nicholas.
Nicholas, and what's your classification?
Freshman.
He's a freshman. What's your name?
Landon.
Landon, what's your classification?
I guess technically a COVID junior, but a senior COVID junior type thing.
Karen.
Karen, and we have? Keyshawn and Carrie. Sorry, y'all, Carrie. Okay, and what's your classification, Carrie?
I'm a junior.
She's a junior.
December, graduate, senior.
Okay, he's a senior, graduated December. First we have
Beery.
Maria, and then we have
Ashanti.
Ashanti, and then we have
Senior.
and then we have Tim. Okay, so Landon, what do you like about our cafeteria?
I mean, the different restaurants are nice. You know, like last year it was just like one thing, so you only had like limited options, I guess you could say. But you know, having different things to choose from is nice. I like how it changes, you know, every day.
Okay, what do y'all like about the cafe?
Nothing.
Not much. I mean,
It's a decent atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to get your studies on. Food's not that good like it used to be.
And what do you mean by like it used to be?
So back in 2015, I'm old, so y'all got to excuse me. So 2015, when I first got here, they had Papa John pizza, like a good little 4 slice, single thing for like $4. A legit noodle bowl, like $7. I don't know what they doing now. So, and they give you like these old French fries and stuff like that. So.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all tell me, what do y'all like about AUM cafeteria?
I like the atmosphere,
The atmosphere?
the seating area.
the seating area.
Yeah. So you like the fact that a lot of people can come in and sit down and just vibe and chill. Okay. So what about the quality of the food? Like, is it
It's
good?
good. Yeah, it's good. You know, it's. I'd say it's definitely better than last year. You know, with like the chef's table, for example, you know, they switch out. I guess they switch every day, but it kind of they switch the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Monday's the same thing, Tuesday's the same thing, Wednesday's the same thing. So I guess it rotates by days, but like every Monday you eat the same thing, every Tuesday you eat the same thing. Which after a while it kind of gets a little old, but you know, I think
Still better options.
Right, it's
More
still
than
better than last year. Right,
Yeah.
right, for sure.
Okay, great. Is it anything that y'all would change about the caf?
The temperature, it'd be cold in here. Change the music. They need to let students be the DJ at least once a week. You know what I'm saying? Switch it up with food, because they be like every Wednesday they serving spaghetti or something. I need something different, you know.
Okay. What about you, Karen?
I don't know. Like, have just better food, honestly. Because the food is so bad. Like, it's
Better quality.
Yeah.
Military get better food than the Cab. I ain't gonna cap.
They feed the military, but they feed us. So what don't y'all like about the caf?
Everything. The food, personally.
The prices are outrageous.
Okay, and when you say the food, what about the food?
We don't get anything different, really. We get the same stuff every single day, and you get tired of getting the same thing. When I was when I came here last year as like a first-time freshman, the food was somewhat better.
Okay.
But they were, nothing between 2019 year and back.
Okay, how was it back then?
Way better, you know it.
I know.
Okay, but I just feel like they don't season their chicken, they meat.
So they don't have no season on food.
Okay, well, my name on there, but the prices are outrageous.
The prices are outrageous.
Your money was gone this month.
In November of 2019, an article titled "Is the CAF Good?" survey says, that was published to the student newspaper here at Auburn University in Montgomery states that, quote, "It's no secret that Auburn University in Montgomery students have been unhappy with the school's cafeteria for some time," end quote, and goes on to list several issues such as the food being expensive and not tasting good. Clearly, these sentiments have not changed over the years.
So another question: do y'all like the way that the money is distributed with in the CAF? Like how we have the $600 and we have to pay for the food as if we was going to the store.
Oh, I don't like the sales tax they put on it.
Okay.
I feel like that's
the
taking
sales
extra
tax.
money.
Yeah.
And we could have that money. Well, and it adds up. I feel like that could be a whole other bill.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What about you?
I was going to say the same thing.
Okay. Would y'all prefer us to have like a system where we have like one swipe like for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like per day, and then have maybe money to use in like the Starbucks or something, or do y'all rather it be the way that it is now?
I like the way it is now because you can get more than one meal at the same time. And when it does change, when the meals do change throughout the day, it's not a problem. It's easier to find and stuff. And the Starbucks, they have it set up a good way.
Okay. Like you did.
Yeah, well, like she said, it'll be easier to like find exactly what you have ordered, and having it switched up different will be like a little bit complicated for some people to like get to.
Okay. Any comments or anything for the class?
I have no.
No comment? What about you, Caleb? What are you thinking?
I don't know. I guess they should just work on their wait times.
The wait time?
They can't really dictate how fast they can cook the food, but you get the false notifications that your food is ready and it's not.
Yeah.
You have to sit there and wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
I don't like that.
So you just wish they were more in real time?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So with other universities, they have the thing where they can go in and they can swipe their cards 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you know, with us, we have a $600 balance and we just swipe our card for how much ever the food costs.
Right.
So do you like the way we do our meal plan?
Yeah,
or do you
well,
like it
I
better
guess
with the swipe?
for me in particular, I have a meal plan through baseball, so I have roughly about $1,800 a semester to spend. Yeah.
Hold up. Do y'all hear this? He has $1,800 to spend in the CAF because he's an athlete. Okay, so I'm gonna go play softball next year.
Oh, no, I mean, it's just
Go
it's a
ahead.
scholarship, you know, whatever. So, you know, that part of it's nice because it's like I can get food that I don't have to pay for, which is
So you
cool.
don't get the same struggle that we do.
Well, probably not, but I mean, you know, I don't think that's just because I'm an athlete. I mean, it was just part of the scholarship or whatever. But I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. You know, I get
Okay, so a question. You know, with other universities, they have like you can swipe for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and like how we just have the $600 and you spend it like regular money. Which one do y'all prefer?
I like hours better.
Okay. What about you?
It's whatever. I mean, I know like Troy, they got like a buffet, and Tuskegee got like buffet.
And she
so,
do too.
I mean, I don't know how much it is to swipe to get in
Just
there,
swipe.
but just swipe.
Yeah, they have a meal plan that they pay for in the beginning of the year, and then it's just a swipe.
Oh yeah, we need that. Cause that $600 be killing me. Because if you don't use it all, you're not gonna get it
It's not
back.
gonna roll
You still
over.
gotta use it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, you can buy. We used to do like Gatorade, so it's like you can buy all the Gatorade and stuff. But, I mean, now we got fountain drink. Would you want me to buy the fountain?
That's true. That's true.
And then, I mean, I know this ain't got nothing to do with the cab, but what that little
Starbucks?
the C stove?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That line too.
That don't even work for your card. That don't even work.
Okay, go ahead.
I kind of do like the swipe thing because some things feels that you use that vending machine and stuff. So I actually personally like the swipe better, you know.
The 3 swipes, 'cause they do the 3 swipes a day, plus they give them school books to use at cafeteria. I mean, restaurants around their school.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like ASU have different restaurants, and then
Oh,
Troy
well,
have different restaurants.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, but they also have the swipe method too.
Well, I feel like we
Oh.
should have
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
they do have like Chick-fil-A and stuff
Exactly.
with
Yeah,
stuff in there, but
so
we
like-
don't have nothing but what they give us.
And
And
so I'm
honestly,
tired of these off-brand, great value food they're giving them.
when they cook the food, it's like they just make it because they have to be here, like we like it or not.
And the
That's what
shit
it's like.
don't even be cooked all the way.
So you be getting raw food too.
And then the flies and stuff,
the
be
burger.
And it don't even be
flies,
seasoned,
flies,
bro.
they
The
still
pizza,
serve.
the pizza did not
Pizza
be
be
cooked.
so damn.
I didn't
Yeah.
like
Oh,
it.
With those, like,
And
I
fries
threw my
and the
pizza
chicken
away.
tastes so nasty and hard.
And hard.
And it tastes like,
and the fries be
They
tasting
just-
like.
this would be
I don't
better
feel
food.
like they
That's
changed
all.
out their grease.
we just
So you think they need to change their grease out?
I don't feel like they change out their grease every time they cook.
I feel like they need to season their stuff. You see?
You stuck on this season.
You ain't got no flavor.
Okay.
If I could say I would make one change in the calf, I would say, and I don't know how hard it is for them to do it or not, but I would say like I think the chef's table's only offers breakfast. So like what I would do is offer like a menu for breakfast, offer a menu for lunch, and then offer a menu for dinner. So that way you have 3 different things. That way I'm not coming in here, like, I eat breakfast, then I come here, I want lunch at 12 o'clock. Well, they're offering hamburgers. Okay, eat a hamburger for lunch. Well, then 5 o'clock rolls around, I'm hungry. Oh, well, eating another burger. I'm like, I don't,
It's the same thing all day.
Right.
It don't really change with the time of day. Okay.
I would say more variety. I think they, like I said, they do a good job at like changing it over day to day, but it's the same thing. Like every Monday is the same, every Tuesday is
It's the
like,
same change.
Like for example, every Thursday's fish. There's only so many Thursdays that I want to eat fish, and I'm just like, okay, can we get something different, something like that? But I definitely like it better than last year. It's definitely easier. It's more free flowing. Not everybody's on top of each other.
More spaces.
Right.
Not club. If we were to offer an AUM off-campus meal plan, what would you think about that?
Oh yeah, off camp like restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, like they give us AUM bucks to go spend.
So like at Chick-fil-A or stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'd be all over that. Yes, for sure. I would definitely. Or if they could so before AUM, I went to junior college, and then even in high school, my high school did this. Like they would bring Chick-fil-A in, so they'd be hey, Mondays were Chick-fil-A days, so like they would cater in. Have Chick-fil-A on Mondays, Fridays was Papa John's. So they would bring surrounding restaurants in that you could use your school money to buy. That's I think that would be a really good, even if it's just one day a week, a Wednesday or something. Hey, Chick-fil-A comes on Wednesdays, you can use your AUM card. Something like that would be cool. Get something, I guess, out of the norm of AUM Cafe. Right, like you're in the cafe, but you're not eating AUM Cafe.
AUM Cafe, most definitely. Okay, so is there any feedback or advice you want to have? Solutions, anything they can do to make it better for you?
Maybe actually listen to the surveys when they actually ask us, because we say what we want, but they don't really do anything about it. They just have what they always have all the time.
So you feel like you're just doing surveys and not being heard?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
What she said, but don't try to raise tuition up just to get some good food in here. It's some folks back there that can legit cook. So have them cook some, since you got the chef corner.
The chef table.
Let them cook, have somebody do a specialty meal or something once a week or every day. You can pick and choose, eat burgers and stuff. That's all. Eat that every day.
The burgers are bad?
I can go to McDonald's and get the same burger.
Okay. So you feel like McDonald's got better quality food than us?
Yeah.
You too, Karen?
I mean,
And it's cheap.
we even try to get them to put Chick-fil-A in here. I know that may be.
They tried.
I know that may be a jump, but y'all had Papa John's, so what's the difference?
They did.
That's still a big name restaurant. So we had sub sandwich, create your own sub sandwich.
We did.
So I don't know why we can't do that.
I used to them Italian subs up.
Kill them.
We did.
Do better.
They could honestly do any better. Try asking the students I feel like they should try asking the students what
Exactly.
we would
That's
like
what
to
we
eat in
know.
the CAF, or what
Yeah.
we would like to see different, and maybe it would be better if they took some of our actual suggestions.
They're gonna put a salad.
What might be causing these issues the students have? From a financial standpoint, looking at financial records published by Auburn University, the CAF doesn't seem too bad off with a budget of $1.5 million. However, a university of similar size, Alabama State University, has a cafeteria budget of over $8 million. That is over 5 times the budget here at AUM. So how might this relative lack of funds affect the CAF? Well, for one, it doesn't make the labor shortage amidst a pandemic any easier, as in several articles, including one by Food Management in September 2021, it is stated that this labor shortage is impacting every corner of the economy, including universities. We talked with Nikki Patrick, who works as the Senior Director of Campus Services, to get more insight as to what is going on behind the scenes. Okay, so what kind of feedback concerning the CAF has been received from the student body?
Great question. So we have conducted several surveys since last spring. So I'm new to my role. I came to the role as of March 1st. So I am an accountant and a CPA by trade. So data helps me make informed decisions. So part of that is surveying the student population. Going into the fall semester, we knew we want to kind of recraft the operation post-COVID. Like, what does that look like? And so a lot of the feedback that I received from students were, hey, help me develop a program that you want to enjoy, like that you would eat at. So a lot of that was, what restaurants would you like for us to try to partner with? What types of food should we serve, and so on and forth. And it was across the board, but you got your Chick-fil-A came up a ton, of course. People like their fries. They're very passionate about their pizza and things like that. So it really helped us to kind of focus our efforts on how we were designing the format and the programming that would come into the fall. We did a checkpoint about a month and a half into the way, surveyed the student population, say, hey, how are we doing? What can we do better? What can we change? The survey was actually constructed to where each of the venues that we have down there were evaluated. So for example, there were some overarching themes that we kind of asked the student population for, and then we drilled down into the venues themselves. So overall, people love Grubhub. So that was some of the feedback about, like, hey, what could we do better? And it was the delivery and the interaction point. So we started looking at different software programs. Actually, late last spring, we identified Grubhub. We were very pleased to be able to get them implemented in time for the start of the semester. Some of the questions were, well, do you want your food ready when you get there, or do you want your food made after you order while you stand there? And it was about a 40-60 mix. Well, Grubhub allowed us the opportunity for the student or the person to choose for themselves. Hey, I can order my food and toward my end of class, walk over to the dining hall, and my food's gonna be ready for me immediately, and I can pick it up and go. Conversely, if you want to just walk into the dining hall, place your order, we have the kiosks available. You can place your order there, or you could do it from your phone. You get a notification or a text saying, hey, your food's ready. Our average ticket time is about 5 minutes across all the venues. You walk up, you get your food, go about your business. So that was a huge success, and that was reflected on our check-in survey, that the students thought that operation was great. Where we could do better, I think, and where we strive to do better is on the variety of what is offered. So there are some challenges in that, namely it's been supply chain issues. So we identified the most fabulous fry. We identified a chicken tender that our test groups loved, that was the right, it was the right price, it had the right flavor, it had the right texture. And then we were so excited, and we get underway, and bam, our distributor cannot get it for us anymore. And we have to pivot, and we have to find another option. So from a consistency and a variety standpoint, those have probably been our biggest challenges. We actually had a meeting with our distributor yesterday, and some areas are getting better, some are not. So Tyson Chicken, for example, they're getting worse. And we might have to go back to test markets and work with different student body organizations to find out another alternative. But from a variety perspective, we try to overcome those challenges as much we can. But coupled with that is the desire to have an extremely low price point. We do not seek to make money. We just seek to at least break even or not lose money. But it's expensive. I mean, food costs continue to rise, labor continues to rise. And so we kind of have to have a balance between, making sure that we have a high quality product that's desirable, but also keeping that price point low for our student body population.
Are there any alternative meal plans being looked into?
So we really would rely on the student body population to drive that initiative. So AUM as a whole tries to keep the cost of tuition down as much as possible, and that goes with the meal plans as well. So I haven't really heard anything to raise meal plans, honestly. So I do encourage students that do run out of funds to take advantage of the Power Up program that we have in place in partnership with the bookstore. So you can go onto the AUM bookstore website and you can load funds back onto your card, and there are points, there are thresholds in which you get bonus money. So say you load $100, you get $10 extra. So that's always a good value as well that you can take advantage of.
Is the possibility of opening the CAF on weekends being looked into?
We have looked into it. It is not, from a cost perspective, feasible. So to mitigate that need, especially for our students who are on campus, we secured a contract with a 24/7 micro market, which is now open. You can use your meal plan dollars. You can swipe over there. It's located in the Nest, which if you're a housing student, you already have 24/7 access to that building. So you, at 3 a.m., if you're hungry, you can go over there and you can get a salad, or they have like these little chocolate parfait things, or a pizza, or some like White Castle hamburgers. They also have your normal convenience items like chips, and they have some personal products and drinks and breakfast and power bars and things like that. But that vendor has been a great solution because it's 24/7 and doesn't have any labor. So it's an extremely cost-effective solution to help our students get what they need. But at this time, no, we will not be opening on the weekends. Historically, there just haven't been very many students to, justify the expense of opening. So.
Is there anything you yourself wish to tell the student body concerning the CAF?
Yeah, feedback. I mean, if we don't know, we don't know. So, I know I say it all the time in any email communication that I have to our student. If you have an idea, or if you have a thought or an experience, if I or my general manager, Michael Bennett, or my executive chef, Quentin Davis, if we don't know, we can't do anything about it. So feedback is a vital component to making sure that the cafe is successful. So, and we're willing to take as involved as a student wants to be. So a prime example was Hispanic Heritage Month that we did back in this semester. So we reached out to students and we asked them to get involved, and they literally helped us develop the menu. They actually helped us prepare some of the dishes. So for example, the empanadas that came from Venezuela, we had a student from Venezuela who helped us to understand the proper cooking techniques and so like that. And I think it was really successful. I got a lot of good feedback on the survey that students really enjoyed that. And that is something that I'm hoping to do more in the spring, is partnering with students from different nationalities and, broadening the horizon that we have on campus. So my biggest thing to students would be feedback. Let me know.
What about a possible off-campus meal plan?
What do you mean by an off-campus meal plan?
Essentially,
like using meal plan dollars off campus?
yes.
So if we use meal plan dollars off campus, the program will not survive.
Gotcha.
So, already at the moment, we're barely breaking even. It's expensive to run an operation such as this. So if those dollars left campus, it wouldn't survive.
Gotcha. Nikki Patrick has made it pretty clear that those within the CAF are not only trying their best, but also facing many issues, many of which are caused by the pandemic that continues to plague every facet of our world. It is also important to note that this semester, fall of 2021, is the first semester in which AUM itself is running the CAF, so there have been notable growing pains. It has been run by contractors for the past decade. So with what we know, how can the CAF be better? The activity on social media regarding the CAF is very inactive, as the last post on Twitter was August 5th, 2021. It's also important for students to know what is going on in the CAF, and social media is a great way to accomplish this. More healthy options would also be helpful, as studies such as one done by Rachel Waddick investigating the relationships between diet and mental health found that, quote, young adults in Appalachia may face poor nutritional status due to low access to healthy food and high mental health symptoms attributed to high stress and the college environment, end quote. Speaking with the Vice Chancellor for Finance Administration, they encourage students unhappy with their food to either ask for a replacement or a refund so they have more feedback, positive or negative. Also, unlike other schools who may waste up to 52% of their food, according to a Penn State study in January 2021, AUM tries its best to avoid wasting food. There have been several instances where they couldn't sell fruit cups, so they gave them out for free so they wouldn't go to waste. While the CAF may not be great, the only way to make it better is for the students to give as much feedback as possible and for those within the CAF to listen.